A CB amplifier has a 0.98 and RL600. If IE 3.5 mA, the current gain is A1, B 0.98, C 0.98 x 3.5, D. The correct answer is 0.98. F unity of an op amp is about 1 kHz. A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is false. In figure D1 turns on when A Vi is more than V1, B Vi is less than V1, C Vi is between V1 and V2, D none of the above. The correct answer is Vi is more than V1. In a full-wave rectifier circuit using center-tapped transformer, the peak voltage across half of the secondary winding is 30 V. Then PIV is A 30 V, B 60 V, C 15 V, D 10 V. The correct answer is 60 V. In the circuit of figure, both diodes are ideal. If V1 10 V and V2 10 V, which diode will conduct? A D1 only, B D2 only, C both D1 and D2, D neither D1 nor D2. The correct answer is both D1 and D2. The output impedance of an ideal op amp is A 0, B low, C high, D infinite. The correct answer is 0. A virtual ground is a ground for A voltage, B current, C both voltage and current, D voltage but not for current. The correct answer is voltage but not for current. As compared to a full-wave diode rectifier circuit using center-tapped transformer, the bridge diode rectifier circuit has the main advantage of A higher current carrying capacity, B higher efficiency, C lower ripple factor, D lower PIV. The correct answer is lower PIV. A DC power supply has no load voltage of 30 V and full load voltage of 25 V at full load current of 1 A. The output resistance and voltage regulation respectively are A 5 and 25, B 25 and 20, C 5 and 16.7, D 25 and 16.7. The correct answer is 25 and 20. The main advantage of CC amplifier is A high input impedance and low output impedance, B low input impedance and high output impedance, C high voltage gain, D high current gain. The correct answer is high input impedance and low output impedance. If a 0.995 IE 10 mA I cos 0.5 mA, then I CEO will be A 100A, B 25A, C 10.1A, D 10.5A. The correct answer is 100A. In the following figure, C 0.02 F and V at is known to be of frequency 10.7 radsec and R D 2.5 and Z at R at 10, then phase angle between ID and VD. A 26.5, B 25, C 30, D 0. The correct answer is 26.5. A Class C amplifier has input frequency of 200 kHz. If width of collector pulses is 0.1 s, duty cycle is A1, B2, C10, D20. The correct answer is 2. Output of a phase splitter is A pair of sine waves of unequal amplitude, B a pair of sine waves of equal amplitudes, C a pair of sine waves of equal amplitudes and opposite phase, D a pair of sine waves of unequal amplitudes and opposite phase. The correct answer is a pair of sine waves of equal amplitudes and opposite phase. In a transistor, the minimum and maximum values of DC are 100 and 121. The proper value of DC to be used to locate Q point is A 100, B 121, C 110.5, D 110. The correct answer is 110. The input to an op-amp integrating amplifier is a constant voltage. The output will be A constant voltage, B a sawtooth wave, C a ramp, D AC voltage. The correct answer is AC voltage. FET amplifier is more difficult to analyze than BJT amplifier. A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is false. To bypass a 100 ohm emitter resistor at A 10 floor, B 100 floor, C 1000 floor, D 1 floor. The correct answer is 1000 floor. In a CE amplifier, the DC load line is the same as AC load line when AC collect resistance and DC collect resistance are equal. B AC collect resistance and DC emitter resistance are equal. C AC collect resistance is very high. D AC collect resistance is 1/2 of DC collect resistance. The correct answer is AC collect resistance is very high. If the output current wave shape of class C circuit has a period of 1s and a pulse width of 0.006s, the duty cycle is A6, B 0.6, C 0.006, D 0.06. The correct answer is 0.6. Which configuration is suitable for impedance matching? A CB, B CE, C CC, D CB and CE. The correct answer is CC. A BJT is said to be operating in saturation region if A both junctions are reverse biased, B both junctions are forward biased, C base emitter junction is forward biased and base collector junction is reverse biased, D base collector junction is forward biased and base emitter junction is reverse biased. The correct answer is both junctions are forward biased. If an amplifier with gain of 100 and feedback of 0.1 has a gain change of 20 due to temperature, the change in gain of the feedback amplifier will be A 0.02, B 2, C 0.1, D 0.01. The correct answer is 2. In figure, the cut-in voltage of diode is 0.7 V and its bulk resistance is 20. The peak value of circuit current of during positive and negative half cycles are A 10 mA and 0, B 9.12 mA and 0, C 9.3 mA and 0, D 0 and 9.12 mA. The correct answer is 9.12 mA and 0. A voltage gain of a CE amplifier connected in collector to base configuration is 50. Collector to base resistor RF1K RC4, the OP resistance R0. A 800, B 813, C 817, D 819. The correct answer is 813. A voltage multiplier circuit using diodes and capacitors is suitable for A high voltage high current device, B high voltage low current device, C low voltage low current device, D low voltage high current device. The correct answer is high voltage low current device. In a CE amplifier, the AC emitter resistance A is 0, B is high, C is very high, D may have any value. The correct answer is 0. Heat sink results in A. Slower dissipation of heat to atmosphere. B. Faster dissipation of heat to atmosphere. C. Lower ambient temperature. D. Lower transistor power. The correct answer is faster dissipation of heat to atmosphere. A buffer amplifier should have A. High input impedance and low output impedance. B. High input impedance and high output impedance. C. Low input impedance and high output impedance. D. Low input impedance and low output impedance. The correct answer is high input impedance and low output impedance. In a CE amplifier, the output voltage is equal to product of A. AC collector current and AC collector resistance. B. AC base current and AC collector resistance. C. AC emitter current and AC emitter resistance. D. AC collector current and source resistance. The correct answer is AC collector current and AC collector resistance. In figure VG, A 2.22 V, B 22.2 V, C 0.22 V, D 0.022 V. The correct answer is 2.22 V. A diode can have a very high forward resistance. A. True. B. False. C. D. The correct answer is false. In figure, the voltage drop across diode is 0.7 V. Then the voltage across diode during negative half cycle is A. 10 V, B. 9.3 V, C. 0, D. 10.7 V. The correct answer is 10 V. In figure VI 10 MV DC maximum. The maximum possible DC output offset voltage is A. 60 MV DC, B. 110 MV DC, C. 130 MV DC, D. 150 MV DC. The correct answer is 110 MV DC. A transistor with a 0.9 and I CBO 10A is biased so that IBQ 90A. Then ICQ will be A. 910 mA, B. 5 mA, C. 5.25 mA, D. 4.95 mA. The correct answer is 910 mA. The current through R1 is if 99 V, B 0.74 V, A 0.1 mA, B 0.35 mA, C 0.2 mA, D none. The correct answer is 0.1 mA. Which of the following can be used as a buffer amplifier? A. CE, B. CC, C. CB, D. both A and C. The correct answer is CC. The feedback technique employed in the following circuit is A. voltage series feedback, B. current series feedback, C. voltage shunt feedback, D. current shunt feedback. The correct answer is voltage shunt feedback. A second-order active bandpass filter can be obtained by cascading LP second-order filter having higher cutoff frequency FO with a second-order HP filter having lower cutoff frequency FOL provided. A. FOL FO, B. FOL FO, C. FO FOL, D. FO 0.5 FOL. The correct answer is FOL FO. In figure, the approximate voltages of A. base and emitter are 8 V and 7.3 V. B. base and collector are 8 V and 5 V. C. collector and emitter are 5 V and 7.3 V. D. base emitter and collector are 8 7.3 and 5 V. The correct answer is base and emitter are 8 V and 7.3 V. The open loop gain of an amplifier is 50 but likely to decrease by 20 due to various factors. If negative feedback with 0.1 is used, the change in gain will be about A. 20, B. 2, C. 0.5, D. 0.05. The correct answer is 0.5. An increase in ambient temperature means that maximum power rating of transistor A will increase, B will decrease, C may increase or decrease, D may increase or remain the same. The correct answer is will decrease. Two CE stages are coupled through a capacitor. To calculate the quiescent base current of the two transistors, the capacitor is treated as A. Open circuit, B. Short circuit, C. Neither A nor B, D. Either A or B. The correct answer is open circuit. If it is desired to have low output impedance in an amplifier circuit, then we should use A. Common collector circuit, B. Common base circuit, C. Common emitter circuit, D. Either B or C. The correct answer is common collector circuit. Generally, the gain of a transistor amplifier falls at high frequencies due to the A. Internal capacitance of device, B. Coupling capacitor at the IP, C. Skin effect, D. Coupling capacitor at the OP. The correct answer is internal capacitance of device.